Welcome to Tiny Texas Living. Who says you can't live big while living tiny? Okay, I should have a package. Ooh, I do have a package. This is gonna help me out so much today. So for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and set this right over here by my coffee machine so I can open it in a minute. Okay, I went ahead and moved this so I can make my coffee this morning. So as that's going, I'm using this last little bit of pumpkin spice. I'm sure this will be gone now that it's the new year, but I really love it. So a couple more cups of coffee with it, and then I'll say goodbye to pumpkin for a little while. Oh, I'm definitely pretty tired this morning, but it's okay. I've got a lot of things to do, and I'm gonna start with this package, but I'm gonna let my coffee cool off just a little bit because the other day I tried to scald my tongue. What was I thinking? So for the time being, this will be perfect. And then I can just push this back here and start my day. New coffee mug, thanks to my aunt and uncle. I got this for Christmas. I like this one a lot. It's bright, colorful, but it's also gonna ring in spring very soon. So yeah, there's that. But there's also this, which I'd been needing to get one of these. This is just where I can put my little spatulas and things whenever I'm cooking so that they don't get everywhere, which is awesome. So those are a couple of things that are dressed in the new year, which is really nice. I also need to figure out how to better clean my stove. I've used all the cleaning products that you're supposed to, but I had some water that boiled over the other day and it kind of discolored a portion like right here. So I need to figure that out, but that's not a today, right this moment thing. Oh, wow. I've gotten so many things done in the past month and a half, but there's so many more projects to do here at my tiny home. So I've started on them, and I've been working in my bedroom and then in here, but now I think it's time to start with this. So for the time being, I'll move this guy. And while my coffee's cooling off, I went ahead and opened this so it'd be easier to get in. But this is going to be the start of an awesome project right here. One of the things I've really been wanting to work on is my haul before I leave, just because I have some ideas, and I started with purchasing some items for that before the new year, but I couldn't really get that finished before my whole Christmas extravaganza. So I just decided, instead of rushing through it not being what I wanted, I would wait and find things like this, which are going to be very, very handy. This thing is big. It has these little hooks already on it, and it has this background which I can stick travel patches to. So with this giant chunk of real estate right here, it's just been bare, and I wanted to do something that would make it fun. And so I put up this one sign: not all who wander are lost. And that was kind of my inspo theme, where this is going to be a reflection of my travels in here. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm going to try to make it kind of cute and just kind of add to it as I go. And then I'll probably end up modifying it at some point. So in order to do that, I'm going to use command hooks on everything so that I can change it up. Living in a tiny space, I have learned that sometimes you look at something and you might like it, and then sometimes you might need to change it. And the only way to change things in wooden walls is if you have removable hangers. So command hooks and I have been best friends. I hung up all my Christmas decor inside my house with command hooks. I hang up all of my pictures, for the most part, with command hooks. There's only a few screws that I've actually put into the walls, only because those were things that I knew were going to stay there for a long, long, long time. So other than that, command hooks. So since I'm using command hooks, I wanted to get something that I knew I could hang on those command hooks. So I looked for a tactical patch wall cover that could be used with nails or with command hooks. So I figure what I'll do is I'll take all of the patches that I collected over the last year and a half, 2 years, oh, wow, 3 years maybe? 3 years? I think it's been 3 years. And I already had those with Velcro on them when they were in my van. I had to take them out of my van because it was just so hot here in Texas that they started to like fall. And so I wanted to do something with them because I want to share that part of my travels in a really unique way. And so I thought instead of putting them back in my van right now, I could start from scratch again in the van with the new patches for the new year, but then I could take all those patches and put them on here, and I can just each year add to the collection. In my shoe station, I believe they are, yes, there they are. So the way this works, just grabbing a few of these, is I take them and put them on here. And because they already have Velcro on them, they will stick. I'm going to pick this up. In fact, they do stick. They did not fall off. Now, I have a lot of patches, and so this is going to take me a while, and realistically, that's just too many patches to go over. Like, ooh, look at this one. Look at this one, at least here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put this together and then put it up on the wall. Now, I am going to do something kind of special, though, that I normally wouldn't do. I think this is a good idea. Is this a good idea? I am going to put all the patches on, and I'm going to, I think, talk about all the memories. But not here. On my regular channel. On my Bunny Plays Here channel. I mean, after all of these patches came from the adventures on that channel. So I think I want to kind of do a recap of some of the great things that I've done in my van so far. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, I did find all of these command hooks which were left over from my Christmas. But the issue is these are just the hooks, not the backs. So I need to see if I have the backs. And also if I can get just the backs at the store. Now, if I do have these, they would probably be in my arts and crafts bin, which is very full after Christmas. There's something. Okay, I'll pull this out and look. And then I probably need to reorganize my arts and crafts bin because it's just super full. Okay, it looks like I have some here, but these are small. I will go ahead and put these together though, just in case. Let's see. Glow sticks, sparkles. It's not looking good though for the command stuff. Okay, so I can't do this project yet. I need to get some command hooks. I swore I had some. I just don't know where they would be. And this is where I put my crafting supplies, my hangers, my things like that. So if I don't have those, I see a trip to Walmart in my future. Maybe I'll just keep looking. So other things that need to go into this project. I got this for Christmas, and I'm going to put that in here somewhere as well. This is just going to be a fun wall of memories and things that make me happy. It looks like this one has a hanger, or I could create a string hanger, or possibly even just attach to this section. So I'll test out these command hooks that I do have to see if they would fit under here. Okay, so command hook, is it going to fit? Oh, no. So this one is too big for that. So is it going to fit in this hook? Yes, it'll fit in this hook. So I could either use this one hook and then create another hook over here, or I could just attach like a piece of string so it could hang from the middle, which I think is probably what I'll likely end up doing. So like from here to here, I'll just put a piece of really strong twine and then I'll use one of these. Okay, something else I do need to do is unwrap all these photo frames. These are all the new ones that I purchased, and then I thought I was going to be able to use these, which I already had, but they just have the kick out and no hanging spots. So these are just going to stay over here out of the way, and I'll use them somewhere else in the house. For example, I would love to put this picture into a frame because it was a really cool experience, and I need to figure out what size it would fit into. So it looks like it would fit into a 5x7. So then I need to look at the 5x7, make sure it has hooks. It does. So I could easily put this one into a frame instead of having it on my fridge. The goal is to put some of my epic highlights from life on this wall. The places that I've gone, the people that I've met, the interesting experiences I've had, some of my milestones. So for example, I want to put a picture of me rafting on there because it was my first time rafting and it was so exciting. And so I want to put a picture of that on there. And I also want to see if I can go back into my Wayback Files and find some of my accomplishments from early on when I started traveling, like whenever I hiked the Manitou Incline. Oh my goodness, that thing was insane. It was the craziest hike of my life because it was just something that tested me so much. And so putting those kind of things on this wall is what really brings me joy. Okay, I guess the best way to do this would just be to pull down the front and then pull the plastic off. Okay, my mom just came through in the clutch with command hooks. So excited. She was looking for just the backs, but went ahead and just got the hooks. So it should have enough backs in there for those, but also for some of these. I love accomplishing things, even if they're small things. A step in the right direction is such a good feeling, and with all the projects that I worked on last year, every time I would accomplish something, I would be just like, yes, it feels more like home. So the more like home it feels, the better, so that whenever I come back from the road, I can always feel just like so good. And that's really nice. So now I just need to pop these out. This should do the trick. So on this last one right here, I'll just put it under and then pop it out. And then this will come off and this will come out. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep this so that I can put it on the back. And then I'll face it like so. That'll just give it a little bit more of a snug fit. Okay. And then the picture is in, so I need to make sure that I have it upright, like so. And then I also need to make sure that the hook is going in the right direction. So I'll place it down, close it off, and then make sure everything's in line. So that is one down, a whole bunch to go. Now I come over here and I get my little notepad because I'm going to write down how many pictures I need and what sizes. Okay, I have one 8x10, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5x7s, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 4x6s I need to print. So now I will look for photos that I feel comfortable being these sizes in my hard drives and also on my phone and in other places that I have photos. And then I will either order them from a place online or I will go to like Walmart, CVS, or something and print them. Okay, right here is a good place so I don't lose it. So that's the hard part, is figuring out what I want to put in here. And I don't know yet. I know I have some ideas, but finding some of those photos from my earliest travels is going to be a little harder because I didn't have the same method for storage at that time when it came to how I backed up files and how I did things. So I may not be able to use very many of those, but I can use some of these others. So I'm definitely going to. Okay, currently working on this, and I have several patches to go still, but I think I need some more Velcro because I have a few patches that have no Velcro on them, and this is starting to fill up very nicely. I also went ahead and put myself together just a little bit and did a couple of errands and then decided that I was going to go ahead and film that video for my channel. And I was kind of surprised because my goal was to just kind of walk down memory lane with my patches, but I think it turned into more of a reflective moment for me. And I think that that's really, really great. So I hope that people enjoy that video on my other channel. Okay, I found a tiny bit of Velcro, but I have all these patches. All of these aren't going to work out. So just going to have to make it work. I was talking about how I was going to have to go back to the store and do those photos, but now I'm going to have to get some Velcro. So that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the patches ready, and then I'll just figure out which ones that I can actually put Velcro on. So far, I think this is all of the remaining patches that I had in my van or that didn't have something. And there's a couple of these that are kind of small. So I'm going to go ahead and do the small ones first, like this one and this one, because I have some tiny little places to fill in. But I'm also going to try to get one of these bigger patches, all the while just using this much. And I know this is not enough. Okay, here's the couple that I have. And then I just need to cut off a little piece here. So that means 2 projects on this one project are now waiting for me to go to the store. So this is what it looks like without those other patches. And then once I get them, I'll move some of these around to make it make more sense. I just kind of keep moving things around until I make it kind of work in the space. So many incredible memories. Okay, time to get to work. So my thought is to center it right under this or to put it up higher. I think I'm gonna be doing better off for the time being to put it down lower, and then I can always move it again because they're command hooks. But now I need to go see where these little holder things are because they're not in the middle. So that's going to be the problem, I think. There's 4 of them all together, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they are not centered. Okay, so since I have to do that, I'm hoping that they are the distance of this sign. I'm hoping. I'm not sure that they are, but I'm hoping. I'm also going to get my little step ladder so that I can have a flat surface to put these on. Okay, step ladder is here. And then I just have to like pull it out and set it down, pop in place. I am also gonna turn on some more lights so I can see a bit better. And now comes the fun part. Figuring out how to open this. In fact, it might be easier to do this while I'm in my kitchen because there's a little bit more space here. So I'm gonna set these up and go ahead and connect 4 of these to the proper spot. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need 4 of these. This says wall side on it, so this needs to go on the wall. So this one goes on the hook itself. Ugh, these are hard to peel. Okay, and then I want the pull tab to be where I can pull it down to get it off. Okay, I just looked at these things in comparison to the wall. They are a little bit less than the sign. So I kind of gauged where we need to go with this. And if it's a little off, I can always move the sign, which would probably be easier, but I'm gonna try to hang 1 hook. And I think I'm gonna hang that hook like right here. Like, please, please let this work. Please, please, please let this work. Okay, so to do this, I remove the wall part of this. These are on there super, super well. And I'm mounting it where it lines up with that right there. Now I'm gonna put the thing back up and see where I need to put the other one. I probably need to mark it with a little pin. So I'll have to grab a pin because I didn't bring one in there. I have one over here by my computer though. So please help me, please. The amount of steps I do just to do a single project in my own little tiny home. It's so tiny, but I planted so many trees as a result of stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping and going and going and going. And it's just a lot sometimes. Okay, let me see if this works. Please work. Okay, where is this? Okay, there's the hook. Go on the hook, please go on the hook. Oh no, I need to move my hands. Oh, this is hard. This is much harder than I thought it would be. And then a dot. And then off. Oh no, now it's stuck. It's stuck. And now I have dots. Now I know where to put it. Okay, 4 hooks in. Now it's time to see if this works. Okay, please work, please work, please work. Okay, I have to put it into each one of these hooks by lifting it up and over and then sliding it down. And it looks like I've done a good job. Like, this is gonna make me crazy if it doesn't lay flat. So I'm wondering if I should have left it out with some weight on it so that it wouldn't be as bent first. But since I did not, now I have to figure this out. Like, tightening it, pulling it doesn't make it better. Oh, this is a frustrating process. So breaking them off, keeping a little trash pile right here. I need 2 more, which means blue side again goes into this one, and then the black and white side goes on the wall. Okay, here we go again. That's definitely the difference between what I do and what you see on reality, non-reality television on the home improvement shows, because, well, let's face it, we've all watched those shows where it's like, oh, we're gonna do all these things in 2 days, and then magically it all just comes together and you don't see the 55 people behind the scenes. This is the whole staff right here. You're seeing the whole staff, my little world right here. And that's why I have issues like this, because I am just me figuring these things out one by one. Some of them work, some of them don't. And sometimes it's a train wreck. Okay, I fixed it and It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I ended up having to kind of pull it out on the sides with these and then pull it down on the bottom with these. There's still a little bit of this rippling from the bins that were originally in it, so I'm gonna have to let it like heat up and sit for a bit, and then I'll probably be able to stretch these out a little bit tighter. But right now, whenever I pulled it, it didn't get any better. Other than it really fixed this part. This part wasn't as bendy as this part was. So overall, I'm not upset with this. It doesn't sit super far out from my wall and it looks really nice. Like way better, way better than it did. So this is a good starting place. And now I can build the rest of the wall kind of around this. And then also if I decide that I want to get a couple of more patch wall things as I kind of go. Again, this is like 2 years of places that had patches, so I could always put them up higher or even over this door, or if I really needed to, I could even go to the other side of this little hallway. But I love this so much. Super proud. Super proud. Again, not just patches. These are memories.